Hello, Aquarius. Welcome to your tarot reading here on Dove and Serpent Tarot. Please hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger. And I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Aquarius, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And there's a Five of Wands. Very strong energy. Very, very strong energy. Let's put that into some context, all right? We're going to use our Dove and Serpent spread. A lot of major arcana here. This is very, very nice. Good water energy, good earth energy. As always, if there's anything you need me to pray over or send positive energy toward or meditate upon, please let me know, okay? Finishing up Path of the Serpent here, we've got some court cards, some lovely water energy. A lot of court cards over here. Okay, that's interesting. Very powerful energy. The major arcana card that we have on the Path of the Dove here are very strong, very active. Very interesting. But let's do our mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. We're going to select that from the Smith-Waite deck. One random card. We're going to put the frog on top. And they can hang out over there until we're done. At the end of the reading, we'll reveal that card, and hopefully it will tie everything together and give us the confirmation that we need. Okay. Looking around here, we have major, major, major. We have earth, fire, water. We have these court cards and some more water. I'd say we're pretty balanced, right? We got some air energy over here in the form of the Knight and the Queen of Swords. But let's start with this Five. Start with this Five of Wands. This is very powerful energy. There is something going on in your life that you feel is making you stronger. It's kind of like resistance training, right? If you're at the gym, you know, maybe some of you have just started going to the gym again, or you started some sort of sport, some sort of competitive thing, some sort of physically demanding work or activity, right? Something strenuous. Because I feel that there's this tension going on in you spiritually that you need to kind of do something with it, right? It needs expression. And I think it's part of this, a very, very profound spiritual transformation. Just looking at the vertical axis, we have fire, water, with this death card in between. It's this internal struggle. It's like we're kind of, our soul is just kind of being stretched and molded and transformed, and there's a lot of tension. Right? I think our soul is trying to rise up into this fire energy, but there's something in this water that's keeping us down here. Okay? A lot of information just in these three cards. But right now we're talking about this Five of Wands. This is the physical stress that you feel from this. Okay? I wouldn't be surprised if you actually have like some neck pain. I kind of get this idea of, like it's almost like you slept on your pillow wrong or something. You just got like a kink in your neck, So I feel like we're trying to work that out. We've got a lot of tension in our physical bodies right now. That's a result of this spiritual tension, fire, water, right, and the struggle in between. And it is part of a spiritual transformation for you. I think that you're undergoing something profound, something very strenuous. Okay? So we're probably looking toward physical activity to help relieve some of this. Okay? When they say when you're sore from working out, what do? Well, you just go back to the gym and do it again. Right? Eventually you adapt. So it's kind of like we're trying to get used to this spiritual tension so that we can endure it until it is complete, or until we, can make some progress in understanding what's going on, or whatever it is. Okay? Now, what is it? Let's ask ourselves. Up above everything is this Eon card. judgment, rebirth, reawakening, baptism by fire. The trumpets are sounding. You're being called. Okay? Spirit is calling. You better answer the phone. Okay? I feel like you're being called to a higher purpose in life. You're being called to your true purpose. This is stepping out of the old eon and into the new, right? This is taking a giant step forward in your life, in your perception of your life, in your perception of yourself, in what you thought was meant for you. You're meant for very big, big, big things. And you may not have really thought about it like that. You may not have realized that you are an essential soul here, and you are being called to this higher purpose. Okay? This is literally you kind of leaving the old life down here and emerging into your new kind of existence, right? New frame of mind. It's not that you're leaving your life or anything. It's not like you're quitting your job or leaving your family. You're stepping into this new awareness, this new perception of energy, which is stepping out of the old and into the new. Okay, the new era for you. Maybe you're getting close to retirement. Maybe you're getting close to, like middle age. Maybe this is you really getting close to that leveling up in your career. This could be manifesting in many different ways. Okay, but it's because of this spiritual tension that you feel this Five of Wands right now. Now down below, we've got the Hanged Man. This is pure water energy. We have pure fire / spirit up here at the top. And we've got pure water / spirit down at the bottom. So there is this is kind of the old eon, right? This is the old life. This is maybe you, putting yourself on the back burner. This is you maybe making yourself second priority. This is you sacrificing. This is you maybe feeling like you had to kind of tone down your life. This is you feeling like you had to give up things. Maybe these are regrets. Maybe these are unfulfilled desires, unfulfilled wishes and wills. Unrealized potential could be in here. There's a lot of this water, right? And the water flows down. The fire goes up, right? So there's this tension, there's a stretching, a real stretching. And that's part of, when I don't know if any of you are bakers. My wife bakes a lot. But the more you stretch the dough, the more it kind of holds together. I guess you're activating the glutens or something like that. And it just gets more tough, more tight. The more you stretch it, the stronger it gets, right? So that's kind of the Five of Wands that we're talking about. It's like it keeps happening and we're getting stronger and stronger and stronger. But then it gets so firm that eventually your dough is just going to break, right? So we have to know where that sweet spot is, where it's like, okay, it's enough now, let's put it in the oven, okay? And this is your oven. It kind of looks like one of those pizza ovens, right? So eventually we have to just kind of put ourselves in the fire here. So what is this transformation all about? Well, I think a lot of it is kind of letting go of this old eon stuff. The idea that you have to sacrifice or put yourself second place. That you have to just kind of give up your own ambitions for some reason, okay? And maybe it's just, circumstances, family, environment, maybe the job or something. Whatever it is, I feel like there's this almost an indulgence in this water energy, right? It's hard to let go of this kind of feeling, Maybe we feel like we're doing something noble. Maybe we kind of feel like we're martyring ourselves for the sake of whatever, But it really is incompatible. The fire and the water they're not getting along here. It's not going to happen. There's going to be this tension, and the Death card right in the middle is asking you to let go of this water energy. Whatever this could be, the water energy here, the Hanged Man, whatever you're in this position over, it's going to be different for all of you. I know that, and I can say some general details, but I don't know that they'll really apply, because this is so individual. This is so special to each of you. These are the things that we have to let go of if we're going to ascend, if we're going to take this next step, if we're going to step into the rest of our lives, if we're going to accept our future and accept the reality that we're being called into. If we're going to answer the phone, right? So there is this major transformation, and this Death card is kind of asking us to let go of something to accept what is newly grown, or what is growing before us, right? We have to set down the whatever this stuff is that we're holding, so that we can pick up these new beautiful fruits, plants, the crops, right? We can't do any work if our hands are full of all of this kind of useless stuff. We've been carrying around all this stuff in our arms. I was going to call it junk, but that didn't sound right. Carrying around all this baggage, all of this water energy, it's just like, hands full of useless things. And if we could put that stuff down, we have so much in front of us that we could get into, that we could really immerse ourselves in. And I think that is what Spirit is calling you to. Now, I don't know what that looks like for you. It's going to be different. We all have something different. But I really feel, Aquarius, that you're being called to something that's pretty major. Okay? Because this is a major split here. To have these two cards here, this is really major business, right? This is a kind of a supreme calling right here. And it's difficult, and I understand that. And that's why that Five of Wands is right there, because we're trying to adapt. We're trying to deal with that tension, that stress. It is very, very strenuous, okay? So how do you deal with this? Well, Eight of Discs, first of all. This is how you're pushing yourself forward. You're going slow. You're going step by step. It's not something that has to just come right off like a Band-Aid. It's not just, you don't just have to leap into the fire, It can be a slow thing. You can work on it. You can relieve some of this tension, yes, through physical activity, through counseling, through therapies, through kind of depth analysis and all this inner work, spiritual work, meditation. The Hanged Man is the problem and the solution, right? And the solution is letting go. The solution is accepting and surrendering and letting go and meditating and processing, integrating, in order to kind of lighten the load so that we can just rise up into this wonderful new eon. But it can be done slowly. It doesn't have to be done all at once. In fact, it's probably better to go slow. And pay attention to the little things. And appreciate the little things. Appreciate the slow progress. Every step forward is progress. Right? So even those little wins, those daily little things, celebrate them. Right? Be aware of them. Acknowledge them and continue to work towards those little things. It's just those little, like we're filling our bucket drop by drop. And eventually, we will consume the whole ocean, right? Drop by drop. So this is that steadiness that we need. That slow, it's over time that the progress will build and build and build. Okay. So this is very important. And in the future, what we see is more water energy, but different water energy. Nine of Cups, happiness. The pursuit of your happiness. So I think even if we just manage to let go of some of this stuff, just a little bit of it, right? A few drops of this water, we're creating room for more happiness, to pursue our happiness, right? So even if we only stop halfway, even if we only just let go of some of this Hanged Man stuff, and we just get halfway there to the Eon up here, even if we only end up in the middle, we're still have made considerable progress, and we're doing wonders for our health, our well-being, our mental health, our emotional, spiritual health. This is a pretty good place. If we just stop there, that's okay. This is the pursuit of your happy. You're going to have a very happy and successful life, even if we only go halfway. Okay. So just this work itself, just getting rid of some of this water energy, is supremely productive for you. Imagine if we go all the way into this fire, into this new Eon. You know, you could stop at the door, and that would be okay. It's perfectly fine to just spend your life right at the doorway here, and you'll have this Nine of Cups. It'll be amazing. But if you want to take that next step into this spiritual realm, well, it's off the chart. It's off the table here. It's not even, there's no card to represent that, really. You know what I mean? Maybe the Ten of Cups. Maybe we'll see something in the mystery card that will tell us what the next step is, or what the energy is once we get into this spirit realm. Because I think it's not even, it can't even be shown in cards on a table. It's not even, it's off the charts, right? So let's look at the other energy here, because we see a lot of these court cards. So I don't know if there is a particular person, maybe this fire sign person. Let's just go straight to the Knight of Wands. There might be a fire sign person in your life that we could go a couple different ways with this, right? Because the fire calls us back to this Eon card. So maybe, is this person related to this spiritual work? Is this a card that indicates that you maybe do need to pick up the pace a little bit, right? Maybe we've been kind of going slow but steady for a while already. Maybe now it's time to pick up the pace. You know, get the let out. Let's go. It could be. It could be. But I wonder if this is a fire sign person in your life that is maybe in some way related to this leveling up, to this new Eon, to stepping into the new life. You know, I don't know if they've arrived in your life yet, if you already know who they are and you already know that they're connected with this tremendous doorway. This is kind of the doorway to heaven right here, to the spirit realm, to your really immense future, right? Just awesome, very awe-inspiring. And I wonder if this person's already kind of there as like a carnival barker, you know, saying, step right in. Here's, you know, wait till you get inside and see what's in here. So you might already know this person, but you might not. Okay, this card is in the position of your environment and your relationship with your environment, right? So there's something going on in your environment that I think you're too busy to really see it right now. You know, and maybe that's why we've got this Eight of Discs back here that says, hey, slow down. Slow down a little bit. Because maybe you have to not just swiftly walk past this carnival barker. Maybe we've got to slow down and listen. You know, maybe we're being a little bit too rushed, too hurried in our activities that we kind of walked right past the door in our haste, you know. So maybe the message is to slow down a little bit with some of this fire energy so that we can get a handle on what's going on, so that we can see what's in front of us and we can make the appropriate decisions. You know, that we can hear the message, that we can understand where that doorway is and make the efforts to either get right up close to it or go beyond. But either way, letting go of some of this Hanged Man water energy is going to give you a more opportunity for this Nine of Cups happy pursuit of your best life, right? Now, what we don't want is the Three of Cups. Three of Cups, abundance, love. We want this water energy. It's in the position of what we don't want, though. So this is a little bit curious to me. Now, we have these two air cards bookending all of this. We have fire, we have water. And surrounding that is the air, the swords. I think these two swords kind of represent you. You know, Aquarius, you're an air sign. I think that's kind of what's going on here, is that we're trying to reconcile this fire and this water, right? This is maybe the haste with which we are operating in our life, and this is the opposite of that. This is kind of slowing down, enjoying what you have, and having a good time, celebrating, sharing, right? Appreciating. It's almost as if you're feeling that these two cards are kind of incompatible. That you can't hurry up and succeed if you're busy, indulging in this water energy, this celebration, this abundance, right? This is slow. This is just kind of enjoying things. And this is rushing. I don't have time for water. I don't have time to rest. This is just go, go, go. So I feel like you're trying, because you're on both sides of this, I think you're trying to get a handle on this. You're trying to sort that out. And it's interesting that we have the water for the Hanged Man. We've got the fire, the Knight of Wands for that Eon card. So it could be that this is a more physical or practical manifestation of the initial spiritual tension that we feel between this water and this fire. And this maybe is how it's manifesting in your life right now. Okay, and I think that it all is being expressed in this fiery Five of Wands, this stress, this tension in your body, in your activity. Okay, so it's kind of interesting, and they're kind of flipped too. These cards are kind of opposite. It's just like the water should be connecting up here, the fire should be connecting this way, but they're flipped around. So it's kind of telling me that we're looking at this thing kind of upside down a little bit, and maybe because we are, upside down in this Hanged Man stuff here, that we kind of feel like, maybe by doing this Hanged Man work, right, by working to let go of this, processing this stuff, figuring out what all this water energy is slowing us down. It's keeping us from reaching our success, right, from reaching our goals. So that's maybe why we don't want this water energy. We don't want to do this water work because we feel like that is going to slow us down. We feel like if we rush and we hurry, and we work, then we're going to succeed faster and reach our goals up here. But Spirit is saying, look, you've got it backwards. That the way to move forward fast is to slow down and do this water work. It's like slow is smooth and smooth is fast, And what we don't want is to rush. So it's almost like these cards should be like that. We need to invoke the water energy in our environment, and what we don't want is this rush, right? Slow is smooth, smooth is fast. So I feel like Spirit's telling you that, look, the way you're looking at it was opposite, because we were looking at it this way. Spirit says, no, that's wrong. It should be this way. Let's look at the mystery card. Let's see if this gives us any additional clues. If this is the Temperance card, I think that will be, very appropriate right now. I don't have much of a prediction on this one. This one, it feels like what we've seen here is what we need. So I don't know what this could be. Let's just reveal it. Well, gosh darn it, it's the Hanged Man again. So we've got a doubling of this Hanged Man. So there is definitely something in your life. I feel like you're indulging in this position too much. You're putting yourself in this uncomfortable place, and it's almost like it's almost like a pity party, and I hate to say that. But I feel like we just, it's kind of just like, well, this is how life is. I can't change any of these things. It's who I am. There's no point in dealing with this stuff. I just have to work, work, work. You know, so you're in this very uncomfortable position, and it's creating more and more tension in your life, in your physical body, in your neck. So there is this emphasis on the Hanged Man, that we do have to try to get ourselves out of this position. And the thing with the Hanged Man is that it's kind of a voluntary thing. Right? The Hanged Man, like, Odin, let's say, put themselves in this position, right? Did this for a reason at the time. It was, but maybe now, days, years later, we forgot what that reason is, but we're still here. We don't remember why, but this is just life now. So this is really what we need to focus on. Hanged Man energy, water energy, and why we are insisting on feeling how we feel. We're insisting on being in this water energy, and maybe we don't even remember why we started hanging like this in the first place, but we're still here. We need to figure that out. Okay. We're going to go ahead and do an extended reading. If you would like to stick around, Aquarius, just click up here. That'll give you access to all of the extended readings, not just for Aquarius, but for all of the zodiac signs. It's also a great way to help support the channel. We do 3 cards, 5 or 10 minutes, real quick, extended, just to see if any other messages come through. Okay, so I encourage you to do that. Again, it's a great way to support the channel. Please hit the like button. That's another great way to support us. Subscribe, leave me a comment, let me know how you're doing. Thank you for letting me read for you, and thank you for being the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot.